Hello and welcome to How to Cook Like a Super Chef. आज हम हैं मसाला लाइब्रेरी बाय जिग्स कालरा में और हमारे साथ हैं शेफ ध्वनि जो यहाँ की सू शेफ हैं. Hello chef, welcome to the show. So what's according to you, what's the secret of Masala Library? What according to you is making Masala Library the top restaurant in India year after year?
Giving quality food and keeping your customers happy. We take our feedbacks really seriously. We make it a point to speak to as many customers as possible. So what they ask for is what we give them.
So chef, what is the restaurant technique that you're going to teach us today? How can our home cooks learn to cook more like you?
It's your basic dishes at home that you cook, and you present it in such a way that it looks very fancy, sounds very fancy, and it's very fancy to eat as well.
What are you going to show us today that's a wow dish and what makes it so wow?
I'm going to be making a papad ki sabzi, bhindi jaipuri and hand pounded churma. It's basically 3 Rajasthani dishes all in one dish that we have prepared.
So a 3-in-1 dish.
3-in-1 dish.
I've never heard of this. I've heard of a big Rajasthani thali with bhindi jaipuri and the churma and the papad ki sabzi, but this is one dish which has all of these touches. So all 3 stars make a superstar. So let's make the superstar dish. This bhindi, is it de-seeded? It's cut into julienne, I can see.
Yes, it's cut into julienne, and after mixing various ingredients in it, I'm going to deep fry it.
Okay,
so
chef, I have a question.
Yes.
Now at home when we make this bhindi, we usually wash the bhindi, wipe it dry
Yes,
and then
yes,
cut it.
yes.
So is it the same thing? This bhindi doesn't look sticky at all.
no, that's usually the thing that you have to do whenever you're making crispy bhindi, because otherwise if you don't dry it, it leaves water and it gets very soggy and sticky. So bhindi that is cut into juliennes,
And not de-seeded?
not de-seeded, the seeds will just go away when you're frying it, so it's not a problem.
Okay.
I'm going to add the most important ingredient in any dish, that's the salt. Some red chili powder. People can put the amount that they like, because the more spice they need, you can add a little more of it as well.
And Rajasthani food always has a little more spice,
True.
so that's the edge.
Some suji. That adds to the crispiness as well. Besan. Some corn flour again. Not an Indian ingredient. I'm just gonna mix it up with my hand really well. And this is what you have. And
Then you're going to deep fry
just
this?
deep fry it the normal way on high flame.
So you just deep fried this at a high temperature until the bhindi is just crispy and comes. Jaise pakode talte hain. But now what will we do, chef?
So I'm going to make the curry now. Next is the curry. I'm just going to add some dahi.
We're starting with the dahi.
We start with the dahi. Add some powdered masalas. That's the red chili powder. Some turmeric powder. Besan.
How much besan, how much dahi have you used, chef, and how much besan?
I've used about 200 grams of dahi and just about a teaspoon or max 1.5 teaspoon of besan. Some garam masala and some jeera powder. Mix it up.
So chef, what is the secret to keep the curry from splitting?
Basically, you cook it on low flame.
Yeah.
Very low flame. The higher the flame, the chances of it splitting is really quick.
And chef, I noticed you haven't added salt.
I'll add salt when the first boil comes is when I'll add the salt. Again, that is one of the reasons why the curry splits. So basically, you're just supposed to whisk it up really well. It's going to be cooked on a very, very low flame. Whisking it up really well. The first boil that we get, we'll add the salt.
And now I can see that the first boil has come up. So after this, we're going to add the salt, like you said.
Yes. It's the pan also that makes a difference. You just have to make sure that the pan is absolutely clean.
Okay.
Because any ingredient, any foreign ingredient that goes into the pan, probably it's dirty or it's not clean well, also contributes to this splitting.
So
now the first boil has come, हमने salt add कर लिया है. How long do we have to cook this? और अब हम अपना flame बढ़ा सकते हैं. The thickness when you feel that it's getting slightly thicker is when your curry is ready. It doesn't take too long. It's something very simple and quick that you can make at home.
Okay.
Now I'm going to switch to the tempering of the curry.
We'll start with the tempering.
This is vegetable oil.
Vegetable oil.
Can we use ghee instead?
We can use ghee, butter, dalda, whatever the house fancies. Have to make sure the oil is hot enough. Add some asafoetida, hing, jeera, some whole dhania, and some dry red
Oh,
chilies.
that smell looks like... I love that smell.
Some
Best
turmeric.
part about Indian food actually. Oh, also turmeric goes in the curry as well as the
As
tempering.
this, yes, and some red chili powder. Just mix it up really well, and you add the tadka to the.
Oh, perfect. So there we go, the curry is ready.
The plates are equally important as the dish that we make, because when you have a beautiful plate, that's how you can present your dish very beautifully.
Okay.
So we have a nice pasta plate over here. This is our very own churma that we make in-house. Basically fulkas, which has pure ghee in it, some pista and badam.
Wow, pista badam. I mean, I've had churma before, but this is totally different because that pista badam is giving it like a unique richness.
Then this is the bhindi that you prepared earlier.
Yeah.
We are going to make a salad out of it. So we add some chaat masala, a must in all the salads in the Indian chaats that we have.
You're adding some tomatoes.
Some
in
tomatoes in this.
this. So, chef, this tomato doesn't look like it has any liquid, so you de-seeded it from
That's
the
right,
center.
de-seeded tomatoes, which I can use a kitchen roll also to, dab it a little bit. Some onion juliens, coriander mint chutney, some salt ki chutney, that's amchur chutney. So I'm just going to use my hand to mix it up really well again, and I will place the same thing.
I'm sure mom never thought to make bhindi ke saath mein chaat. Matlab she used to make chaat and she used to make bhindi, but she never thought of making chaat with bhindi. This is
That's
like
true.
a real new one.
You have some fried papad, your basic lijjat papad that you have at home.
Use it as a garnish, and these are the sunflower microgreens that we use, which adds to the garnish of the dish.
So your dish is ready. You have your hand pounded churma with the okra salad on top and the curry that you prepared. So I'm just going to pour it around.
Wow. This is just brilliant. So basically so many simple things can make up a complete dish that's an
Yes.
award-winning restaurant's
Yes.
superstar dish, which you have learned to make today. But they have a lot of other things on their menu, so this is not the only thing. So you still ought to come here to try some of these wonderful creations. But this is a creation now that you can make at home, because Chef Dhwani has been kind enough to us to teach us how to make an amazing chaat of a bhindi, like a salad bhindi, and the churma with pista badam. So adding a little X factor to a churma.
True.
So you're adding dry fruits to this dish. You're adding the strips of papad. It's a celebration of textures and flavors.
That's right, that's
And
right.
basically a celebration of Rajasthani flavors, because 3 Rajasthani dishes have come together in this one single dish, and that is not so simple.